right, you are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. I'll tell you one of the saddest experiences of my life. I was in San Diego about 10 years ago, and I was just on a fucking tear in San Diego. I was only there for a few days, but I was drinking at this place. It was an outdoors place. I don't know where the fuck it was. It was in the middle of the city. It was in the middle of town, wherever you hang out in San Diego. I know I was at the Hooters beforehand. And Hooters fucking sucks. What the fuck is that for? But I was drinking at this place by myself. It was an outdoor area. And I was sitting at one of those high top round outdoor tables with a stool. And I just sat there drinking and smoking darts for a couple of hours, trying to make eye contact with people so people would come over and have a fucking chat to me. And no one came over. And then after a good few hours of knocking back beers and gins and darts, a fucking street magician comes up to me. And I'm like, fuck yeah, come over here, show me a fucking trick. So he comes over, he must have been about my age at the time, about 25, and he starts busting out these card tricks. And the card tricks are alright. I don't really give a fuck about card tricks. Even the good ones suck, where you have to like write your name on the card and then he pulls it out of your ass crack. You're like, wow, fuck off. But this particular night I was drunk and I was alone and I was enjoying the company of this clown magician. So I just keep saying, show us more tricks, man, show us more tricks. He keeps showing me more tricks. I keep being amazed and just clapping him, going, you're better than David Blaine. And I just kept on asking for more, and I could tell he was sort of running out of tricks. And then he dives into his pocket and pulls out a fucking spoon. And I was like, fuck, he's bringing out the big boys now. So he's got this spoon, and he does a little bit of the magician showmanship, like fucking, here's my spoon. See, it's not rubber. It's a real spoon. Hold the spoon. I'm like, yeah, that's a real fucking spoon. And then he does this thing and he bends the fucking spoon. And I'm sitting there blind drunk just going, oh my God, how the fuck did you do that? And I'm clapping and cheering. I'm like, holy fuck. And I give him some money. I'm like, show me again. Show me again. That's fucking unbelievable. And he does it again, bends the spoon. I'm like, oh my God. Why aren't you on the news, man? This is fucking amazing. Like, I'm beaming like a little fucking kid. He's beaming like a little kid too because it's infectious. We're both little kids at play here. And then I go, show me how you did that. And he's like, nah. I'm like, come on, show me again. And he shows me again. I'm like, show me how you did it. Come on, please. I need to know. I can't go through the rest of the night without knowing how you did that. He's like, no. A magician never reveals his secrets. And I'm like, fucking, I'll give you $10. I'll give you $10 if you show me. And I'd already given him like $20. Like a magician fucking prostitute. Like a guy that gets a hooker just to have a conversation and a cuddle. I got a magician just to hang out with me. So I'm like, I'll give you $20. Just show me how to do this fucking trick. He's like, no, I can't show you the trick. Then you'll know and it won't be amazing to you. I'm like, $30. He's like, I can't fucking show you the trick. I'm like, $50. I'll give you $50 fucking dollars to show me the trick. He's like, you'll give me $50 to show you the trick. I'm like, $50, here it is. And I pull out my money and I'm holding the money. I'm like, you show me the trick, I'll give you $50 fucking dollars. And you could tell he didn't want to. You could tell deep down in his soul he didn't want to. He's like, all right, $50. And I'm fucking leaning forward. I'm so excited. I'm getting ready for the big reveal because I have no idea how the fuck this trick is working. For all I know, he's going to show me how to levitate. And then he's like, all right, and then he pulls out the spoon. I'm like, yeah, all right, sweet, show me. And then he goes into his pocket and pulls out another spoon, but with the handle cut off. So it's just the spoon bit, like the round bit, the thing you get your soup with. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And so he shows me how he does it. He takes that cut off handle of the spoon and he puts it in line with the real spoon and then covers where it sort of joins and blocks out the top of the other spoon. And then when he blocks it out, he can move the cut off spoon and it looks like it's bending. It's a fucking piece of shit trick. And I look at him after he shows me, I'm like, okay. And I'm looking at him and he's looking at me and my eyes are saying, do I still have to give you the 50? And his eyes are saying, I told you I didn't want to show you. And then it's just silent. And we're just sort of looking into each other's eyes. And we're no longer excitable, carefree young kids anymore with magic in the air and a mysterious world of possibilities in front of us. Now, we are just two sad adult males. One a drunkard and the other one's got 2 spoons and a deck of cards. And we hold the eye contact for what feels like an eternity. And it feels like we're being absorbed by all the sadness in the entire universe. And as I slowly edge my hand towards my pocket to put my $50 back in my pocket, the sad magician clown puts his hand out. He wants to be paid. So begrudgingly, I put the $50 in his hand and I look him in the eye and I say, wasn't really worth it, was it? Wasn't really worth it, was it? And the sad magician clown replies, and I'll never forget these words. He says, a 50's a 50. Truer words have never been spoken, so he walks off to the next table. I order another drink, and I sit there drinking my beer, and I watch him as he pulls out his spoon to another table, and I watch him as he bends it to cheers and applause, but I sit there watching and I know it's not real. And all I can think is, how do I go back to what I was? And that was the day I lost my innocence. All right, that is it for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, share it around with your friends. Hit me up on social media. I'm Boyle Comedy on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll see ya the fuck later.